welcome to our post-week market review. So jumping straight into things here from where the market opened up, which was this candlestick here. As you can see, upon market open for the first day, we saw sort of consolidation on this hourly time frame until that gap between the New York and Asian session. As you can see, we saw strong bearish momentum driving price down, and we saw that throughout day two. Asian session sort of created this range. London session ended up sweeping Asian lows and continuing on further, and then New York did the same. Now through this gap between the next day, you can see that we saw continued consolidation followed by another Asian session of bearish momentum carrying price into this London session, where we started to see some consolidation, which gave us an indication that this overall bearish momentum that we saw on day two had slowed down and looked like it was coming to an end. As you can see then, throughout the London and New York session, price continued to consolidate into day four, and day four continued in the same sort of fashion. We did, inside of the New York session, see price create some highs of this consolidation area. However, after that sort of high was created, we saw more bearish momentum that was continued inside of that Asian session on Friday. From there, London session opened up, we swept the Asian highs, and New York session we saw a reversal where price drove back down. So overall this week we have seen consolidation open the market up. We've seen our push to the downside. We've seen volume slow down from the sellers, and buyers step back into the market, coming to this consolidation area. As you can see where we currently are now, we're sort of at that bottom side. You can see if I go ahead and drag a box, you can see that we have this sort of common support area that we're looking for price to reject off of. Obviously, if price does surpass this level and surpasses the Asian lows from Friday, then we'll expect price to continue in a bearish fashion. However, I do think, based on the fact that at the start of the week we saw consolidation, on day two we saw this enormous bearish drop, I do think that there is some space for some bullish momentum. As you can see, price is currently below our 50 and of course our 200. What we'll be looking for on market open is for price to push up above this level, above this 50 moving average, clear the London and New York session highs from last Friday, and then continue on and eventually surpass this area here. This is going to be the main area that we're looking at. If we can see a bodied candlestick finish anywhere sort of inside of where this wick closed, then we'll accept that price will probably push closer and closer to that level at our 200 moving average, which is around 0.69570 on our hourly time frame. If I go to our minute 15, then you can see it in a little bit more detail, just overall consolidation. We have seen sort of momentum pick back up on that Thursday and Friday in comparison to the Wednesday, when we just saw low volume, low volatility, and not much going on. Obviously this week we do have some high impacting news events, especially the one on Friday, which should be, that's Wednesday. So non-farm payroll, if you don't know what non-farm payroll is, you might know it as NFP. It's a high impacting news event that will have a serious impact on AUD USD, especially with that gold correlation of 80%. So just be careful on Friday if you are taking your own trades. Just be advised that volatility at 1:30 p.m. GMT, or BST should I say, will definitely cause an effect to the market. So there might be some slippage, especially even if you've got stops set, you might not be stopped out where you set your stop loss price. So just be careful going into next week, especially on the Friday. The rest of the week is kind of just normal high impacting news. So Friday is definitely the time to look out for. I'll post a update message inside of our chat, just to keep you guys updated in case you forget, just as sort of a little reminder. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our post-week market review. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, leave us a like, drop us a comment on how you're finding these videos, and of course hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I will catch you in our midweek technical analysis.